welcome back to our channel. Discover rare coins, epic finds, and the fascinating stories behind them. Subscribe now. The year 1983 was an interesting one in American history. It was a time when the U.S. economy was recovering from the economic challenges of the late 1970s and early 1980s, marked by high inflation, unemployment, and rising energy prices. By the time the 1983 U.S. one dime was minted, the country was seeing significant improvements in its economic outlook, particularly under the leadership of President Ronald Reagan. Amid this economic shift, the dime, a coin that often goes unnoticed in the hustle and bustle of everyday life, was going through a remarkable transformation of its own, one that would ultimately make it a prized collectible decades later. Now, when we think of coins like the dime, we might not immediately associate it with substantial value or significance. After all, it's only worth 10 cents, right? But as with many things in the world of numismatics, there is far more to a coin than meets the eye, especially when it comes to rarities, historical context, and the factors that influence their desirability among collectors. Let's dive deep into the history, design, minting, and rare characteristics of the 1983 US one dime, and why this particular coin is not just a dime, but a treasure that commands an astonishing $140,000 at auction today. First, let's look back at the US dime, a coin that has been a staple of American currency since it was first authorized by the Coinage Act of 1792. The dime, which is worth 1/10 of a dollar, has always played an important role in the U.S. economy. However, it is perhaps best known for its design and its relatively small size compared to other denominations, such as the quarter or half dollar. The dime's distinctive size and its ability to be used in everyday transactions make it an essential piece of American currency, but it's often overshadowed by larger coins. In 1983, the U.S. Mint was producing the dime under the same basic design that had been in place since 1946. This design featured the image of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, who passed away in 1945. Roosevelt's image was chosen to appear on the dime in recognition of his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, and his lasting impact on American society. The design was the work of sculptor John R. Sinek, and it would remain the standard for the dime for many decades, until it was altered again in 1996 to mark the 50th anniversary of the coin's Roosevelt design. The 1983 dime was struck using the same design as the dimes before it, and it was produced in large quantities, with millions of coins minted. The reverse side of the coin, designed by Sinek as well, features a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, symbols of liberty, peace, and strength, respectively. These symbols were meant to represent the values that Roosevelt had fought for during his presidency. The coin's overall design was simple yet elegant, and it remains one of the most recognizable and enduring designs in American coinage. But here's where things get interesting. While the design of the 1983 dime remained largely the same as in previous years, something unique happened during the minting process that would make certain 1983 dimes extremely rare and valuable. You see, the U.S. Mint had begun using a new type of composition for its coins in the early 1980s. Before 1982, the dime, like most other coins, was made from a 90% silver and 10% copper alloy. However, starting in 1982, the U.S. Mint switched to a copper-nickel-clad composition due to the rising cost of silver. This change would mark a significant turning point in the minting of American coins. The issue at hand with the 1983 dime is the potential for a coin made with a composition that was inconsistent with the intended new copper-nickel alloy. A small number of these dimes were struck in 1983 with the older silver-based composition, and this is where the magic happens. These particular dimes, made from the silver alloy instead of the usual copper-nickel, are extraordinarily rare and highly sought after by collectors. They are often referred to as 1983 silver dimes, though they were never officially intended to be produced with silver. The 1983 silver dime era is a product of the U.S. Mint's attempt to transition to the new composition, and it is believed that a small number of these coins were mistakenly struck using leftover silver planchets from 1982. This error was relatively minor and went unnoticed by most people at the time, but over the years, coin collectors began to notice subtle differences in certain 1983 dimes. These coins, which were minted using the older silver composition, are highly prized for their rarity and historical significance. The rarity of these 1983 silver dimes makes them incredibly valuable. But even among these rare coins, there are varying degrees of value, depending on the condition of the coin and its provenance. For example, dimes in nearly perfect condition, graded at MS 67 or higher by professional grading services, command far higher prices than those in less pristine condition. This is because coin collectors place great value on the quality and preservation of a coin, and coins that have been well preserved over time are seen as more desirable and collectible. As with any collectible, there are certain features of the 1983 silver dime that enhance its value even further. The most important factor is its condition. A coin that is perfectly struck, with no visible signs of wear or blemishes, is far more valuable than one that has been handled extensively or damaged in some way. The higher the grade a coin receives from a professional grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, the more valuable it becomes. These grading companies use a scale from 1 to 70 to assess the quality of a coin, and coins that score 65 or higher are generally considered to be in excellent condition. In addition to the condition, the rarity of the coin is also a major factor in determining its value. There are believed to be fewer than a dozen genuine 1983 silver dimes in circulation, which makes them exceedingly rare. In fact, the U.S. Mint never publicly acknowledged the error, and the coins were never meant to exist in the first place. As a result, these dimes are not only rare but also carry with them a fascinating story of a minting error that turned an ordinary coin into a prized artifact. The demand for 1983 silver dimes has steadily grown over the years as more collectors and investors have discovered the unique nature of these coins. Their limited supply and the intrigue surrounding their origins have led to an increasing number of auctions, where these coins fetch substantial amounts. In fact, in recent years, one of the finest examples of the 1983 silver dime was sold at auction for an astounding $140,000. This sale was a record-breaker and solidified the 1983 silver dime's place as one of the most valuable and sought-after coins in American numismatics. The auction that saw the sale of this particular coin was a landmark moment in the world of coin collecting. It highlighted the growing interest in U.S. coinage errors and demonstrated just how much a rare and historically significant coin can fetch when it hits the market. The $140,000 price tag is a testament to the rarity of the coin, the quality of its preservation, and the demand from collectors who are eager to own a piece of American history. For collectors, this represents an incredible opportunity. The 1983 silver dime is not just a coin, it's a symbol of how even the most common items can, under the right circumstances, become valuable treasures. It serves as a reminder that, sometimes, it's the mistakes and errors of history that create the most valuable collectibles, and that even a seemingly insignificant dime can turn out to be worth more than you could ever imagine. In conclusion, the 1983 US 1 dime is a perfect example of how the world of coin collecting is full of surprises. What started as a simple minting error, a mistake during the transition to a new composition, has evolved into a highly valuable and sought-after collectible. While most 1983 dimes are worth only their face value of 10 cents, the rare silver versions are worth much, much more, with one example selling for a staggering $140,000. This sale serves as a reminder that, in the world of numismatics, even the smallest of coins can hold immense value, making the 1983 silver dime a true treasure in every sense of the word. In 1996, the United States was experiencing a period of change. The country was in the midst of a technological boom, with the internet starting to reshape daily life, and economic growth was booming under President Bill Clinton's administration. While the world was rapidly evolving, some things remained constant, like the currency that the American people used every day. One of those familiar faces was the 1996 US 1 dime, a coin that, despite being one of the smallest denominations, holds a deep historical significance and surprising value for collectors. The 1996 US dime may seem like just another coin at first glance, but when we peel back the layers of history, design, and minting details, we discover that this seemingly ordinary coin has a remarkable story to tell. And, as we'll soon reveal, this coin can be worth far more than the 10 cents it initially seems to represent. Let's take a deep dive into the fascinating history, design elements, and the surprising value that the 1996 US dime holds today. the U.S. dime, first authorized by the Coinage Act of 1792, has long been a symbol of American currency. Throughout its history, the dime has undergone several design changes, but one thing has remained consistent: the image of liberty. From its earliest designs to the current iteration, the dime has always featured important symbols of freedom, and its design has reflected the evolving history of the United States. In 1996, the design of the U.S. dime had remained unchanged for over 50 years. Since 1946, the dime featured the image of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, who had passed away in 1945. Roosevelt's likeness was chosen for the dime to honor his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, two defining moments in American history. The portrait, created by sculptor John R. Sinek, has been a constant feature on the dime ever since. Roosevelt's dignified, yet approachable image, with his characteristic glasses and confident gaze, has become iconic in American numismatics. The reverse side of the coin, also designed by Sinek, features a symbolic image of a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch. The torch represents liberty, the olive branch symbolizes peace, and the oak branch stands for strength. These symbols encapsulate the values that Roosevelt championed during his presidency and continue to resonate in American society today. Together, the elements of the dime create a powerful representation of liberty, peace, and strength, values that remain central to the American identity. Though the design remained unchanged, the minting process in 1996 saw a few interesting developments. While many of the dimes struck in 1996 were produced in massive quantities at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, a few unique circumstances led to a rare and collectible version of the 1996 dime. Specifically, the 1996 dated dime features a characteristic that makes it highly desirable to collectors. Some coins from that year have been found to contain rare die varieties, which makes certain 1996 dimes highly valuable. In numismatic circles, it's common for coins from certain years to contain subtle variations in the way they were struck, due to minor differences in the dies used to create them. The 1996 dime is no exception. While the coin's design remained largely the same, there were a small number of dimes produced with a misaligned die, resulting in a wide date variety. This error, though seemingly small, has made the 1996 wide date dime one of the most sought-after varieties among collectors. The misalignment of the die caused the numbers in the date to appear further apart than they should have been, creating a noticeable difference when compared to a regular 1996 dime. While the change may appear to be minimal to the casual observer, collectors who are familiar with the subtle intricacies of coin production know that such small details can significantly increase the value of a coin. In fact, a 1996 wide date dime in high grade can be worth significantly more than a standard 1996 dime, but the 1996 dime's appeal goes beyond the wide date era. The year 1996 marked the end of an era for the Roosevelt dime design, as it would soon be replaced by new commemorative designs as part of the U.S. Mint's ongoing series of state quarters. The release of the 1996 dime also coincided with the transition to a new era in American coinage, making it an important milestone in the history of U.S. currency. The value of the 1996 dime, especially the wide date variety, has grown significantly over the years. While most 1996 dimes are worth only their face value of 10 cents, certain examples, particularly those in near-perfect condition, are worth much more. Coins in high grade, such as those that have been graded MS-67 or MS-68 by professional grading services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC) or the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS), are in high demand among collectors. These high-grade examples can fetch a premium price, and when paired with a rare die variety, they become even more valuable. The market for 1996 dimes, particularly those with rare die varieties, has seen an upward trajectory in recent years, as more collectors become aware of their rarity and historical significance. While it's difficult to predict how the market will evolve, it's clear that the 1996 dime has become one of the more prized coins among collectors. And as we see with many coins, value can increase dramatically over time, especially for coins that have become scarce or have unique characteristics. So, what exactly makes the 1996 dime so valuable? Let's recap the key factors: the misaligned die that created the wide date variety, the overall rarity of high-grade examples, and the historical significance of the coin. which marked the end of an era for the Roosevelt dime design. But perhaps most important of all is the timeless appeal of the dime itself, a coin that has been in circulation for more than a century, with a design that reflects the enduring values of liberty, peace, and strength. Now, we come to the big reveal. While a standard 1996 dime might be worth only 10 cents in everyday transactions, certain versions of the coin have sold for extraordinary amounts at auction. In fact, one example of a 1996 wide-date dime in pristine condition recently fetched a jaw-dropping $124,000 at auction. This sale was a game-changer in the world of coin collecting and further solidified the 1996 dime's place as one of the most valuable and sought-after coins in American numismatics. This record-breaking sale is a testament to the power of rarity, condition, and historical significance in the world of numismatics. The 1996 dime may have started as a simple 10-cent coin, but today, it's a rare treasure that commands the attention of collectors and investors alike. It's a reminder that sometimes, even the smallest coins can carry tremendous value, not just in terms of money, but in the rich history and craftsmanship that they represent. In conclusion, the 1996 US 1 dime is far more than just a coin. It's a symbol of American history, an example of minting precision, and a coveted collectible that has become a rare treasure for numismatists. From its elegant design, featuring Franklin D. Roosevelt's portrait and the symbolic torch, olive branch, and oak branch, to its fascinating history and the rare, wide-date era, the 1996 dime has captivated the attention of collectors and continues to rise in value. And with a recent auction sale of $124,000 for a high-grade, wide-date, 1996 dime, it's clear that this coin is a true gem in the world of numismatics. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a newcomer to the hobby, the 1996 US dime is a coin that's sure to leave a lasting impression, and possibly even put you on the path to discovering hidden treasures in your own coin collection. In 1999, the United States was standing on the edge of the new millennium, brimming with anticipation for what the future would bring. The internet was transforming the way people lived, worked, and communicated, and the world was gearing up for the turn of the century, with celebrations and anxieties about the so-called Y2K bug that was feared to disrupt global systems. Amidst all the technological advancements and cultural shifts, one of the most common and overlooked items in everyday life was the humble coin, specifically, the 1999 US 1 dime. Now, the dime, in itself, is often dismissed as just another small denomination in American currency. It's the coin that you might find rattling around at the bottom of your pocket, or tucked away in your coin jar. But for collectors, every coin, no matter how small, has a story to tell. The 1999 US 1 dime is no exception. In fact, this seemingly ordinary coin has earned a special place in the hearts of numismatists and collectors, not just because of its history and design, but because of a rare, valuable error that would make this particular coin worth a small fortune today. So, how did the 1999 dime become such a sought-after treasure? Well, let's take a closer look at its historical context, its design, the unique features that set certain 1999 dimes apart from the rest, and of course, the surprising value that some of these coins now command. To understand the significance of the 1999 dime, we first need to take a step back in time. The U.S. Mint had been producing dimes with the same basic design for decades, ever since Franklin D. Roosevelt's portrait was introduced in 1946. Roosevelt, who had passed away in 1945, was chosen to appear on the dime to honor his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. The reverse side of the coin, designed by John R. Sinek, featured a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, symbols of liberty, peace, and strength. The Roosevelt dime became an enduring symbol of the American spirit, and it would remain in production throughout much of the 20th century. By 1999, the design had been in place for over 50 years. However, the year marked a time of transition, as the U.S. Mint was preparing for a new era of coinage with the upcoming release of the State Quarters program, which would feature unique designs for each of the 50 states. While the dimes would continue to be produced in the traditional Roosevelt design, the Mint was beginning to explore new ideas for coinage that would reflect the changing landscape of American culture. But despite this sense of transition, the 1999 dime still represented a moment in time, a year that was part of the closing chapter of the 20th century. The design, like the other dimes in circulation at the time, featured Roosevelt's familiar face, with his signature glasses and a serious but approachable expression. The reverse, as always, showcased the torch, olive branch, and oak branch. The coin was a small but recognizable symbol of American continuity and tradition. Now, while most 1999 dimes are worth their face value of just 10 cents, there is a small subset of these coins that has become highly prized by collectors due to a rare minting error that occurred during production. This error is known as the 1999 D wide AM variety, and it's what has propelled the value of certain 1999 dimes into the six-figure range. To understand why the wide AM 1999 dime is so special, let's break down what happened during the minting process. On the reverse side of the coin, there is an inscription that reads, E pluribus unum, and just below that, the letters AM in America. Normally, the space between the A and the M is very close together, which is the standard for most dimes. However, a small number of dimes struck at the Denver Mint in 1999 had a noticeable gap between the A and the M, creating a wide AM error. This error occurred because the dies used to strike the coins had been altered slightly, resulting in the misalignment of the letters. At first glance, this error may seem trivial. After all, it's just a small gap between two letters on the reverse side of the coin. But in the world of coin collecting, even the smallest variations can lead to significant value. The wide AM variety, in particular, stands out because it's one of the few errors in recent U.S. mint history that is easily identifiable and quite rare. Most collectors who specialize in U.S. coins know that this particular version of the 1999 dime is highly sought after, and as a result, its value has skyrocketed in recent years. The value of these 1999 wide AM dimes depends largely on the condition of the coin and the rarity of the error. Coins that are in high grade, meaning they are in pristine condition with little to no wear or damage, can command tens of thousands of dollars at auction. Coins that have been graded at MS-67 or MS-68 by professional grading services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, are especially valuable because they represent the highest quality examples of this rare error. The most valuable 1999 dimes, those in exceptional condition with the wide AM variety, have sold for record-breaking amounts at auction. In fact, one particularly well-preserved example of a 1999 D wide AM dime fetched an astonishing $120,000 at an auction. This sale was a landmark moment in the world of coin collecting, as it demonstrated the tremendous value that rare minting errors can hold. While most people might not think of a dime as being worth more than $1, let alone tens of thousands, the 1999 wide AM dime is a perfect example of how the world of numismatics can transform a seemingly ordinary coin into a valuable treasure. The reasons behind the high value of these rare 1999 dimes are multifaceted. First, the rarity of the wide AM error plays a significant role. It's estimated that only a small number of these coins were minted, and even fewer have survived in excellent condition. The fact that they were produced at a time when the U.S. Mint was transitioning into a new era of coinage adds to their historical significance, making them more desirable to collectors who are interested in owning a piece of American history. Additionally, the demand for coins with minting errors has been steadily increasing, as collectors and investors seek out rarities that can offer both aesthetic appeal and potential long-term value. The auction where the 1999 D wide AM dime sold for $120,000 made waves in the numismatic community. It was a clear indication that, in the world of coin collecting, even the smallest mistakes can lead to significant rewards. The buyer who walked away with this rare dime is now the proud owner of a piece of history, a coin that, through its error, has become one of the most valuable dimes ever sold. But beyond its financial value, the 1999 wide AM dime represents something even more important for collectors and enthusiasts. It serves as a reminder that the world of coin collecting is full of surprises. Whether it's an unnoticed minting error or a unique historical context, coins that may seem ordinary at first glance can become extraordinarily valuable with time. The story of the 1999 US 1 dime is not just about the coin itself, but about the fascinating world of numismatics, a world where rarity, condition, and historical significance can turn a small, everyday coin into a collector's dream. And the remarkable $120,000 auction price of the 1999 D/AM dime is a testament to the power of the rare and unusual in the world of coin collecting. In conclusion, while most 1999 dimes are worth just 10 cents, certain varieties, particularly the rare 1999 D/AM error coin, have become highly valuable collectibles. Through a slight misalignment in the minting process, a small group of 1999 dimes has risen in value to the point where they are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. The $120,000 sale of one such coin at auction is a perfect example of how even the most overlooked and undervalued coins can become treasures. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone just beginning to explore the world of coins, the story of the 1999 US dime is one that reminds us all of the hidden gems that may be lurking in our pockets and collections. In 2007, the United States was living through a time of transformation, with significant changes in the economy, politics, and global affairs. The year saw the country navigating the complexities of the ongoing war on terror and the housing crisis, which would eventually lead to the Great Recession in 2008. Yet, while the world was shifting in significant ways, one thing remained constant: the use of everyday currency, including the humble US 1 dime. The 2007 US 1 dime coin may not seem like anything extraordinary on the surface, but as is often the case in the world of numismatics, even the smallest and most commonplace of coins can hold hidden value, history, and surprises. The dimes minted in 2007 are no exception. While most people probably use these coins without giving them a second thought, collectors and enthusiasts have discovered that certain 2007 dimes have an interesting and valuable story to tell. To fully appreciate the value and significance of the 2007 US dime, we need to take a step back and examine the historical and design context of the coin, how it was minted, and the features that have made it a coveted item for collectors. We will also explore the surprising value of the 2007 dime, which, despite being just a regular 10-cent coin in circulation, has become a highly sought-after item with a current market value of $105,000, a figure that might leave you astounded and curious about how this humble coin achieved such a price. Let's start with a bit of background on the US dime. Since its introduction in 1796, the dime has undergone various changes in design, but it has always remained a symbol of American coinage. The coin's design, often featuring prominent figures or symbols representing the country's values, has evolved with the times. One of the most enduring and beloved designs was introduced in 1946, when Franklin D. Roosevelt's portrait was placed on the obverse of the coin. The reverse side of the dime, designed by John R. Sinnock, features a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. This design would remain unchanged for decades, including throughout the 2007 minting process. The coin features Roosevelt's dignified portrait on the front, a design that had become synonymous with the dime. The reverse, as always, depicts the torch, olive branch, and oak branch, with their powerful symbolism of American ideals. The design is simple yet striking, and it's easy to see why it has endured for so many years. However, while the design remained unchanged in 2007, there was something unique about this particular year's production. The U.S. Mint had been working on various coin series, including the State Quarters program, which had run its course in 2008. However, the U.S. Mint wasn't finished with creating new designs and special series, and this idea of innovation in American coinage had an impact on the minting of the 2007 dimes. For most collectors, the 2007 dime is considered just another part of the continuing series of Roosevelt dimes, but for those who are well versed in numismatics, there is something intriguing and rare hidden within some of the coins minted that year. The story of the 2007 US dime's value starts with the concept of coin errors. Coin errors are unique and often small mistakes made during the minting process, which can turn an otherwise regular coin into a rare and highly collectible item. Minting errors can happen for a variety of reasons, perhaps due to worn-out dies, improper die alignment, or other issues during the production process. These errors often make a coin stand out from the rest, and when they occur in limited quantities, they can make that coin extraordinarily valuable. In the case of the 2007 dime, a few coins were struck with a notable error that would later make them highly sought after in the numismatic world. The 2007 double die variety of the dime is the error that has captivated collectors and sent the value of certain 2007 dimes skyrocketing. In simple terms, a double die error occurs when the coin's die is improperly aligned, causing the image on the coin to be struck twice. This causes a slight doubling effect, which is visible in specific areas of the design, most often in the date, letters, or numbers. The 2007 double die dimes exhibit this subtle yet important error, and finding them in mint condition has become a goal for serious collectors. The value of the 2007 double die dime varies depending on its condition and the specific details of the error, but it's important to note that only a small number of these coins were produced with this error. When you consider that the US Mint produces billions of coins each year, the fact that only a handful of dimes from 2007 have this unique characteristic makes the coin incredibly rare. Furthermore, the rarity of the coin is compounded by its condition. A dime with a double die error in pristine condition can be worth significantly more than one that shows wear and tear. Coin collectors and investors are always on the lookout for high-grade examples of these error coins, and as a result, the market for 2007 double die dimes has been steadily increasing in value. Coins that are graded at MS67 or higher by respected grading services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, are among the most valuable, and their price can reach staggering amounts. In fact, the highest quality 2007 double die dimes have sold for as much as $105,000 at auction, a truly remarkable amount for a coin that initially circulated as a mere 10-cent piece. So, what makes this coin so valuable? First, it's the rarity of the error itself. The 2007 double die error is one of those mistakes that, while small, had a big impact on the coin's value. The fact that only a limited number of these coins exist, combined with the fact that the US Mint produced billions of dimes in that year, makes this particular error incredibly difficult to find. Furthermore, the high demand for these coins among collectors has only increased their market value. Another factor driving the value of the 2007 double die dime is the reputation of the Roosevelt dime design itself. The image of Franklin D. Roosevelt, one of the most iconic figures in American history, adds a layer of historical significance to the coin. Roosevelt's image on the dime symbolizes American strength, leadership, and the resilience of the nation during difficult times. This timeless design makes the 2007 dime, even with its minting error, a piece of history that collectors are eager to add to their collections. In addition to its rarity, the 2007 double die dime's value is also bolstered by its connection to the broader world of numismatics. Coin errors, especially those that are as distinctive and well-known as the double die, often become part of a collector's journey. For many, the thrill of the hunt for these rare coins is what makes collecting so exciting. And as more collectors learn about the 2007 double die dime, the demand for these coins continues to rise, driving up their price. At the end of the day, the value of a coin is determined by many factors: rarity, condition, demand, and the story behind it. The 2007 US 1 dime has become more than just a coin. It's a treasure that tells the story of a unique minting error, a piece of American history, and a symbol of the passion that collectors and investors have for rare and valuable coins. And now, the big reveal. While most 2007 dimes are worth their face value of 10 cents, certain examples, specifically the 2007 double die variety in high-grade condition, have fetched incredible sums at auction. In fact, the most prized 2007 double die dime has sold for a staggering $105,000. This auction sale has made it clear that even a small coin like the dime, with its minor imperfections, can become a rare and valuable piece of American history. So, if you ever find yourself with a 2007 dime in your pocket, it might be worth taking a closer look. You never know, you might just have a piece of history worth far more than its 10-cent value.